Here with head coach Tom Wilson of Dowling Catholic. Coach, big game this week. I feel like I tell that to you every week. You got a big game every single week, and I've said it to a couple coaches. It's must win. Every week is a must win. Let's talk about last week, 49-28 win against Urbandale. It didn't start off great by any means, but you got things rolling. Talk about the win last week.
Well, I thought our kids did a pretty good job. I think at halftime we're up 35-7. You know, they got us on a block punt, which is obviously a concern, but our kids took control after that. And really, I thought Urbandale handled things much more mature than what we did in the second half. They kept playing hard, and we were kind of up and down. But at the end of the day, getting a convincing win against Urbandale is always a good thing, and so we move on to the next one.
Let's talk about the quarterback situation. You got Nahas and you got DePhillips. You're running them both. Have you done this before? Has this been something that you've done personally in your time of coaching? And what came to that decision of just running two quarterbacks here?
Honestly, we've done it multiple times, and it works as well as the kids that are doing it. And honestly, our team itself really doesn't pay much attention. I can tell you as a play caller, I don't even look to see who's in the ball game. I let our quarterback coach and assistants take care of that. But we've liked them both from the beginning. Nahas um, missed some time in our camp and things like that with injury, and Parker started to take control from there. And as Nahas has gotten a better handle of just the offense in general, I think we can see obviously his talent, and really they bring different things to the table. I think Parker is a great leader and understands what we're trying to get done. I think Joey is a talented kid that is only going to get better with continued reps, and I think they both deserve to play. So that's what we'll do.
You were young in a lot of places upcoming this season to start the year. Now you've strung together a couple wins. Is that a product of you are starting to see and your coaching staff is starting to see the growth between these young guys as the season's gone on?
Oh, there's no question that they've grown. There's no question that I think we still need to see more, and part of that, it's not just the kids that are young in terms of what grade they're in, but just experience of play. And if we're going to maximize us, we're going to have to mature even more. And obviously, you mentioned the schedules to begin with. We've played a pretty good schedule ourselves, and each and every week we have to be very good. And Southeast Polk is really no different. We know what they're capable of, and they've got the recent history to prove that. And we're going to have to play really, really well to compete with them.
Is there anything else, going into this week? Obviously, these guys have had your number the last couple of years, but is there anything different about this Southeast Polk team than in recent years? Obviously, they don't have a lot of the 5 stars and the 4 stars that they've had, but they're still very good up front. Has there been anything different that you guys have seen? I talked to Zelenovich, and he's like, the film matches because you've played the team and then they play the team, and you play the team, they play the team. What has that process been like getting set for this one?
Well, I think when you look at Polk, and you mentioned they may not have the big time recruits, but a lot of the film looks the same of what they're doing. They're less experienced up front on the offensive side than what they've been, but they rode that offensive line for 2 to 3 years, and then when you have Sama in the backfield, if they didn't block somebody, he just made somebody miss. And obviously they were had a Division I quarterback at that time as well. Defensively, they've been a veteran group for several years now, and the names have changed, but honestly, it looks like a Southeast Polk team, and they've had to grow up a little bit as well along the way. And their quarterback, who is a kid that I've known for many many years, and he didn't play a lot just because of the guy that was in front of him, but he's a good player. And I think they've got several of those. And then you look at Zelenovich, the wide receiver. I think he's as good as anybody is, and obviously he gets a lot of targets. And I think they really do a really really good job of freeing him up and moving him around, and making you find him. And so clearly they do a great job coaching as well.
Coach, we appreciate your time. Good luck to you and the Maroons here on Friday night.
All right. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Coach.